5 steps to draft your basic bodice pattern making like a pro. So guys, if this is what you're interested in learning how to make, let's dive in. So step 1, get your instruments ready and impute your vertical lines. So these are my instruments that I have right here, which includes my measuring tape and all of that. So now we are going to impute our vertical lines, which actually includes our chest line first, bust point second, under bust half length, and then the hip point. So first, this is my chest line, my bust point, under bust half length, and then my hip point or my top length. So I'm going to repeat the same thing, and then I'm going to label them, then just draw my vertical lines, as you guys can see. So this is my bust point, under bust, half length. You can see that I've labeled them. Step 2, impute your shoulder line and then plot your armhole curve. At the same time, you're going to slope it. So your shoulder divided by 2, that's what you do. Your shoulder is usually divided by 2. So after doing that, divide that by 2 and then just impute that this way. Just watch closely what I'm doing. Impute that. And then put a straight line right there. Just connect those 3 points together, connect them to your chest line, as you guys can see. Next, for my shoulder slope, I'm actually going to be coming down by 1.5 inch. This actually helps to makes your shoulder really slope. There's some people that actually have their shoulders are not sloped naturally, so by putting this, it helps to slope in their shoulder very well. And then your neck width is actually 3 by 3. Neck width and the depth 3 by 3. Then connect the 2 points together. Next, impute that shoulder slope. And when we are done with that, this looks really nice. So now we are going to just come down and put your tape this way. Take it down to your chest line and then divide it by 2, as you guys can see. Don't rush, take it calmly, you will get it. And then from that point, go in by 1/2 inch. From there, they are going to also divide your bust by 4. Your bust circumference divided by 4. Put it there, and then we're going to connect those lines together, those points together. You can see what I'm doing there. Then take the curve and then put it that way. Sorry, I guess my hand is actually blocking. Can you see? It's just perfect. Step 3, we are going to actually mark our bust span, which aka nipple to nipple, and then we are going to impute our bust. So right here now, we're actually imputing our bust point to bust point. So for instance, you were not able to measure your clients for that. All you can do is that your bust divided by 8 minus 1. That is what you will have there. Do not forget bust divided by 8 minus 1. So you can put that. So for the darts, I normally use, we are going to come to the waist and then take our darts. So for me, I use 0.775 for both sides. But for those, this actually helps to create the bust very well, But for children that are not so bust, you can use 1/2 inch. But I normally use 0.75. So from the bust point, as you can see, I'm coming down by 1 inch. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect that. Then from the hip, I will go up by 2 inches. The dart shouldn't get to the hip point. Then connect them together. So the data I took from my waistline, you can actually use 1/2 inch if you're comfortable with that, but this actually helps to create more bust for you. All right, that's why I normally use, and then it gives that snatching very well. It works for everybody perfectly well, but for children that are not so busty, I use 1/2 inch. Same with the bag. So as you guys can see, I'm done with this side now, with the dart part now. So you can see how cute it's looking already. I hope you guys have gotten up to this point and then you've understood what I'm doing right here. So step 4, impute your circumference and then your bust dart. So you're going to actually divide your under bust by 4 and then you put it there, your waistline by 4, and then you also impute that. Then the dart that you actually put there, so 0.75 plus 0.75 is equal to 1.5. So you're going to remove that and then put it in that place where you marked your actual waist measurement. Just pay close attention to what I'm doing, you will get it perfectly. So you guys can see that. And then also your hip point as well. Divide that by 4 and then impute that. So connect those lines together this way. You can see the way I'm placing my ruler, making sure that I don't have any sharp edge anywhere. Just do it calmly, you will get it right. And now if you look at the under bust, you actually have a little like a sharp edge. I don't want that, so I'm actually going to just eliminate that a little, just slightly, not too much, as you guys can see. So next we're actually putting our bust dart. So the back and the front is usually not the same, and then it varies, but me, I'm using 2. So from that bust point, I'm actually going down with 2 inches and then I'll connect it to my bust point that way. So the bust that does not have a standard. Sometimes it can be 4, can be 3. It all depends on how busty you are, and then again the back and the front is not the same. So sometimes by the time you want to sew, you usually notice that it has like a gap there, so there's always a shortage. So all I'm doing is just to go out there by, I think, 0.75, connect it this way, so that when I'm sewing it, I'm just going to, when I have any excess that I have left, I'm going to, just cut that out. So you can see what I'm trying to do. There's going to be a gap there by the time I fold it. Can you guys see? Step 5, we're actually going to repeat the same thing that we did in front to the back, but take note of the differences that you're going to be seeing. This is the back pattern. So we are going ahead with our chest line, our bust point, our under bust, but then I told you guys that the back and the front is not the same, so the back is going to be 16. All right, it's going to be 16. So my front length, my front half length is 18, while my back half length is 16. All right, and so it's going to be different. So I'm actually imputing that 16, and because this is the full body measurement, this is the basic bodies, so the actual length I'm using is also going to be minus by 2 as well. Now my full bodies here is 25, so I'm going to minus 2 inches from 25 based on the bust dart. So what that is 23. All this is just so that the sides can be equal, guys. So practice it and let me know if it was easy for you. I just hope you guys understand that the back and the front are not the same, and then So now when I was done with that, this is my shoulder part. Then for the back, one of the difference is the back shoulder slope. I'm coming down by 1 inch. Remember that the front was 1.5, right? Now the back is going to be 1 inch. And then again, for the neck width, it's 3 inches. Then the back is 1.5. Please take note of the difference. Number one difference is that the back half length is not the same. The shoulder is not also the same. We're actually going to also slope it this way. Then divide that by 2 as well. Same thing that we did in front. Next difference is for the front, we went in by half inch, but this time you are going in with just 0.25. Not up to half inch though. Divide your bust by 4, put that, and then connect it to get your armhole curve. It's that easy. So we are off there. So next, we are going to impute our bust point to bust point, which is our bust span. Put that there. And when we are done, we connect the line. So for the dart at the back from the half length, I'm actually going to remove just half inch. Remember that the front I use 0.75 on both sides, but the back does not have bust, so it does not have any serious snatching or nothing like that. Just use half inch. Still go up by 2 inches from the down part, that's the hip part there. Just go up by 2 inches as well. And then also the bust point is actually not going to have the 1 inch that we came down from the front. So we're not going to do that this time around. We're connecting it to the chest line straight up. There's nothing there, so it has to be straight and flat as possible. Just connect it like this carefully. And here, so there's usually a bulge at the back of your dress when you wear that. I personally do not like that, and so if I see it, it irritates me. I don't like it. So what I normally do is I go in by 0.75. I usually love the fact that the back of my dress is so smooth, and then it gives me that nice shape that I like. So all you have to do, go in by 0.75 or half inch, then connect it slantly this way to the hip part. So also you're also going to take it up as well. Take it up as well as much as you can. Even if you get to the neckline, it helps to just remove any excess, any those bulge at the back too. So now we're actually going to impute our waistline measurement back, divide that by 4, and then the dart that we actually took, the 1 inch, we're going to add it back, and then the one we remove from the bulging parts, we're actually going to add that back as well. So that's what I'm adding. Just pay attention to everything I'm doing and you get it right. Divide your hip by 4 as well, and then impute that, which is 10. Then my under bust, put it as well, and then connect it this way. Just join the 4 dots together. So when I was done, this is what I have. The waist look a little bit sharpy and somehow because of the darts, By the time I'm just going to hold everything will snatch back to normal. So you can see that the under bust is really smaller. That is why. And this is all for the back, guys. If this video was helpful, kindly like, share, and then subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you for watching. Bye.